I recently put a video up on talking about human rights, retention of information and investigation laws into citizens of this country in the United Kingdom. Now, they're taking our rights away, and I'm going to make a point here. This is as important as what's just gone on. Now, what have we got to fall back on when these rights are taken away? Because you won't be able to object against people coming into your house, taking your computer, taking information. As they say, they don't even need a warrant to enter your house. But we've always got the Court of Human Rights, and you'll be amazed how many cases from the UK that have been successful over the UK government to get justice for citizens of this country. But now look what's happening. First of all, I'll just reconfirm what MPs thought of the changes that the government are just voting through. So we'll refresh your memories. Only a few seconds.
I mean, this really is quite a ridiculous way to transact legislation in this place. I mean, I had to sit here and listen to a lot of nonsense put forward by some quite respectable people. The idea that we should put something as important as this through, as worthwhile as this through in a day, really just takes the biscuit, to be honest, Mr. Hood. Look, I am sure there is a huge amount of worthy content in the bill before us today, and I'm sure it is extraordinarily important that business is transacted as quickly as possible. But actually we have a duty of scrutiny and reflection in this chamber. We represent 65 million people. This is not simply a rubber stamping process.
Now he said, that's correct. This affects 65 million people. It affects all of us. Now, this was brought about because in March, the court in Europe said that it's illegal for them to hold information and to treat citizens in the way that they wanted to. So they said that's illegal. Now our government is reinstating worse than what Europe said was illegal. But we've always got the Court of Human Rights to fall back on. Well, that's what I thought until I read this. Now, this is the Court of Human Rights. Now, Cameron sets his sight on Human Rights Court. Now, William Hague said this government will always defend citizens' rights in this country. Well, guess who's just disappeared in the reshuffle? William Hague, along with one or two others that thought, defending the rights of citizens in the United Kingdom is a priority. So, this is what Cameron thinks. He's thinking, who will rid me of this troublesome court? And this gentleman, Dominic Grieve, he was sacked as Attorney General, and he was in favour of human rights, and he's gone, and he suggested that we're heading for a car crash that's being planned. But isn't it interesting, the comment that was put here, and that was by William Hague. He says there will be no downgrading of human rights under this government. Now, what I've just heard take place in the last 24 hours in Parliament in no way suggests that, and it doesn't appear there's going to be any change either. So thanks to this guy, something serious has gone on in government behind the scenes that they've got to rush this through. I think that they have used principles of and bills of getting information. It was illegal to put people in prison, and now what's happening is there could be thousands of prisoners released from prison, and they've just arrested what they think is 600 paedophiles in the last 24 hours, and a massive plan of action of information used, gleaned from the internet on people's computers. So maybe that's why this is going through. But something does not stack up. Seriously, something does not stack up here. But we won't be able to rely on the Court of Human Rights because this government now has got a bill going through that the European Court of Human Rights does not apply to UK citizens. So what have we got left? We've got nothing. You've got a pair of fists and a tongue, and I don't think that is going to have a big impact on the likes of the NCA that now don't even need a warrant to come and knock on your face.